Construction Law. We're here with another episode of Law and Mortar, and I want to kind of get you guys caught up with where we've been the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of events and things going on. We had Dan Auerbach and Mason Picorni in our office up in Chicago at the CRCA golf tournament, and then Dan and I were also at the NRCA board meetings, which were really good. We got to sit down on the safety committee meeting and also the pro certification meeting. And then we got some stuff coming up that I'll talk about towards the end there. But real pleased and happy today to be with David Keel. David is a really smart guy. He's licensed in Alabama and Florida. Used to work for a HVAC contractor, so knows a little bit about something. Florida Trent Legal Elite Construction. So really happy to have him here today. And the reason why I wanted to make sure that we get a chance to talk to David is because we've been doing a lot of Alabama work recently.
Right.
I don't know what's going on in Alabama, but it just seems like stuff's picking up. And we've got a Mobile office, but we're taking stuff from Birmingham, Montgomery, Huntsville, all over the place. And I know you do a really good job at helping contractors and trades understand how to collect money on construction projects. Right. And for the people that are out there watching this, a lot of times we're big believers in being proactive, so that, ideally, I know you love talking to us, but the idea is to have you guys be able to engage in some self-help. So why don't you give them some ideas and maybe some things that they can do to kind of help them get those payments collected.
What you need to be aware of is your accounts receivable. The dates on those, how much you're out of payment, say 15 days, let us know. The file lien in Alabama is short. It's 4 to 6 months. So you don't have a lot of time to wait out there and wait on payment from people. So if that, comes to, you look at your last day of work, let us know if you're not getting paid as soon as you find out, and we'll take appropriate action.
Yeah, and one of the things we were just talking about recently was, whoever's handling your AR, your accounts receivable in your office, they need to have deadlines set up in place so that, they hit that 15-day mark, they're picking up the phone and starting to make calls. They hit that 30-day mark, they send out a letter, the company sends out a letter. They get a little bit over that, and then you start thinking about, contacting us, and then figuring out what the next step is from there. So it's just, the key is, I always say bird dog it,
Right.
I kind of, grew up, around hunting and fishing, and
Right.
that was a term that we used to use. Basically means stay on it. You stay on that accounts receivable because out of sight, out of mind. Next thing I want to talk to you about is we live and breathe claims of lien at this firm. It's something that we do day in and day out. When it comes to Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Illinois, I know that stuff pretty well, but I got to tell you, Alabama's a different beast, man.
It is.
So why don't you tell them there's some strange rules, not strange, but just different rules as it relates to Alabama lien law that's very different from some other states.
Yeah, Alabama has two different types of lien. One is unpaid balance lien, which is generally due to subcontractors, and they have a full price lien that's due to contractors and material suppliers that give proper notice prior to supplying materials on the property. The subcontractor's lien is only due to the amount that the owner has that they haven't paid the contractor. So that kind of limits what you can recover from the owner. Say you're owed $100,000, the owner's paid $75,000 to the contractor, you can only lien the owner for $25,000. So there's definitely nuances in that that's different than many states that I've seen, as well as the timing. Timing short for laborers is 30 days after your last day of work. For subcontractors, it's 4 months. For contractors and suppliers that have given requisite notice, it's 6 months. So it's very, very fast, fast-paced. You can't wait around on the accounts. You have to get out there and get in front of it and get your lien filed.
Yeah, and I depend on David to kind of navigate us through Alabama because it does have some unique rules. One of the things that's really interesting is because we represent so many contractors and trades in Florida and then in Tennessee, a lot of those contractors and trades go over state lines all the time.
Right.
So if you're doing work in Tallahassee or Pensacola or Panama City, you could easily be doing some work in, Dothan or Mobile or one of those type of areas. And then same with Nashville. If you're in Nashville, you could be doing work in Huntsville or northern Alabama. So it's something to make sure that if you cross those state lines, recognize that the rules change. Last thing I want to talk to you about is, I know you're heading up to Alabama here towards the end of the week. You got something exciting going on. Why don't you tell
Yeah, I'm
folks
headed up
about
to
that?
actually Destin, Florida. So there's a better place.
Oh, Destin.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great place
Yeah.
to go for, especially right now in the summertime, to the Alabama subcontractors little conference they have down there. So I'm going to tune that, see what's going on with the issues Alabama's facing right now with their subs, and see which way we can help them. We're here for the industry, so that's what we do.
Can I come with you?
I know, right?
All
I gotta work on my tan,
Well, I appreciate you guys. So what's coming up? I am flying out to Chicago to speak at the National Coatings Manufacturers Association next week, speaking on OSHA. Then I'm actually heading out to Wyoming, meeting with some pipeline, oil and gas contractors out there. Going to have some meetings out there. And then I'm back here in the office. So I'll try to get something out to you next week. If not, then it'll be the following week. Always appreciate you guys. Any questions, hit us up. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.